It was reported that there was a come to Jesus meeting at Bloomberg on Friday with key staffers and Mike Bloomberg himself. Can you tell us a little bit about what happened in that meeting?
Yeah, sure. Well, we've had a number of meetings, so let me take a step back. Along the way, following this presidential contest, Mike Bloomberg, Mike as we call him, became increasingly concerned about the rhetoric and the tone of the race, and was particularly concerned that both major parties would nominate candidates on their extremes. And so he asked us, those of us in the political team, to look at what a race would entail. We did a lot of data analysis. We've looked at a lot of data over the past couple of months. Had the two parties nominated Sanders and Trump in a Sanders-Trump-Bloomberg contest, we thought we could do very well. And I think had Sanders become the Democratic nominee, Mike would have run. In a Clinton-Trump-Bloomberg contest, we showed that while the message resonated strongly, it only resonated enough to get us to maybe 50 to 100 electoral votes, all coming in blue states at the quote-unquote expense of Hillary Clinton. And the risk would have been tremendous that we could have thrown that race into the House of Representatives, which is what happens when no candidate gets 270 electoral votes, and that the House of Representatives, being dominated by Republicans, would have voted for Donald Trump. And the original impetus of Mike's search was his real concern over Donald Trump, his rhetoric, the kind of policies that he's promulgated, and he did not want to risk throwing the election into the House of Representatives and having a Trump catastrophe be the result.
You're around Mike Bloomberg all the time. As he watched the Donald Trump candidacy unfold and gain momentum, what were his thoughts on that?
Really concerned. I mean, Mike is a very deeply patriotic person. We laugh. He was an Eagle Scout when he was a kid, and he takes all that fairly seriously, and he loves the country. And we had a conversation amongst ourselves where we said, you know, look, if you're a citizen in the United States, you don't have a lot of obligations as a citizen. Some countries we have mandatory voting. You don't have to vote in this country. Other countries have mandatory service. You don't have to engage in service, military or otherwise, in this country. We don't have a lot of obligations of citizenship, but every so often there is an election that is so extraordinary and that throws up a candidate that is such a danger to the ideals of the country that citizenship requires a little bit more than usual. And from his perspective, citizenship in this year for him, given his standing, given his resources, required him to look at the race. For me and for others, I think citizenship in this year requires a deeper engagement, a more thoughtful engagement with the issues. You know, I can't wait to vote, given what's going on.